So, basically, we've been absent for a very long time.
I mean, we've had a few trials and tribulations that I feel like we should make a video about in the future.
Yes.
Life did not come easy to me and Grace, and
things have been rollercoaster.
And uni threw us off that roller coaster and broke my back, actually.
Final Destination style. We were crushed under the track.
But we're back now.
Yeah.
So we thought, since we've survived 1 year at uni almost, just 20 more days till I leave this place. So we feel like we can give like a very truthful representation of what it actually is like to be a uni student.
Yeah.
Because I would want to hear the things we have to say before I went to uni. It would be very useful.
I'm going to start with moving out in general.
Okay.
And being in a different country.
Yeah, so if you don't know, we go to uni in Cardiff, which is a different country because we're in Wales. And it's really far from our house. It's 4.5 hours away.
On the train.
That is quite difficult. I don't think you realise how much that can have an effect. Like, if you're having a bad weekend, we can't just go home because it's too expensive. But I think moving out, so we moved here, I moved in my dad's car. Oh my god. So I was so scared to come to uni that my coping mechanism was to bring everything. I thought, if I have all my clothes and all my makeup and all my shoes, I'll be fine. And that was just my way of like panicking, I guess.
We basically brought our whole house. Me under like 5 IKEA boxes in the car, and it was like the most horrendous thing.
I was piled under things in my dad's car, all the seats down. I brought so much that when people were helping me unpack, they were like, it's not going to fit. And it basically didn't, because uni rooms are probably going to be a lot smaller than your room at home.
Yeah.
So my first tip would be, don't bring everything. Like, just bring your favourite clothes, a few things, and then you should buy things when you get here. Like, I brought a clothes rail, and I bought with me like a lot of kitchen stuff I've never used. Come to uni, and then you can always bring stuff back at Christmas.
There's no point.
Exactly.
I didn't bring a single pan, and all I've done is steal people's all year, and it's been fine.
And I brought like 8 pans, and I definitely didn't need 8 pans.
Yeah.
Don't bring everything like I
And
did.
plus you forget that you can actually go home. Like, you do go home periodically, and you can bring stuff then.
And swap things out, so just don't bring everything.
So like, uni accommodation wise, we got put in a student house with 9 other people.
Yeah, there's 11.
Halls will be very different, to be fair, because in a house I feel like you can negotiate noise more, whereas in halls it'd be like...
a lot of stuff's out of your control, like.
So uni life in general, just... you don't realise how much you have to do for yourself. I wasn't exactly a princess at home, like, I've been pretty much self-sufficient, but at the same time, like, you just... you're like, oh, I want tea, and then you're like, oh, but I'm going to have to walk to the shop, buy my food, come back, wait for space in the kitchen, cook my food.
I think if you are scared about coming to uni and being independent, like, I think you'll be surprised how quick you pick it up, because you have no choice.
That's how lazy you are.
Yeah.
Like, I've not done my washing in so long. Like, we have a lot of clothes, but at the same time, like, it's getting to a point where it's like,
and it's such a pain. Like, you have to carry washing down the street.
Like, we don't have a washing machine in our house.
Yeah.
You go and get your little card, and then you go to the machine. The machine's broke. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh yeah, the workload. So everyone says first year of uni, piece of piss, right? You go out all the time, you do no work. Easier than A levels, easier than GCSE, even.
Well, I don't think we have different opinions on this. You go for your opinion first.
Basically, I do English lit, so it's so much wider reading, loads of critics. You're in the library all the time getting books and stuff. And I do one module of journalism as well, so my degree is split between English lit and journalism. And the English lit side is very, very heavy reading. Like, the workload is intense. So I've had 3 essays to do in very, very short succession, and that stressed me out quite a bit. And also, because I had a part-time job, but part-time, I was on a 12-hour contract, but doing about over 20 hours a week, and that was it was killing me. Like, I'd do my uni work all day, maybe miss a lecture to go to work or like get some sleep, and then I'd come back from work at about 9 PM, have tea on the walk home, get in, start drinking, go out. And it was the worst time of my life. I hated working.
Horrible. In my opinion, it is easier than A level. With A level, you have to split your time between 3 different things.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas with your degree, like, it's one subject, so it's like, I don't know, it's not as difficult because you can focus all your attention on one thing rather than trying to balance between 3 completely different subjects. I had 3 essays in within a week, and stuff like that is hard.
Yeah.
I think like you just can't be lazy. Like, it is easier than A level as long as you keep on top of it.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people like don't go to any lectures because they're in this like fresher mindset, and then at the end of the year there's so much work to catch up on that they're like, oh my god, like this is too hard. Whereas if each week you do like a bit of the reading, like I'm not going to say I did all of it because I definitely didn't.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do it.
I'm not saying I go to every single lecture, but as long as you kind of like know how much you need to do, like it's not that hard to balance. I mean, obviously with Grace it's different, but in my opinion, like as long as you keep going with it, you're gonna be okay if you've done A level.
I think that's where I kind of fucked up as well, because I didn't sustain the notes and all the work that I was supposed to be doing at the time because I was working.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of, I didn't expect that to like come back to me, and I was like, oh god.
I think having a part-time job, like obviously if you have to do it, then you have to do it. It's a lot to do.
Like, we're not exactly like financially easy, like but so I did get a job for that reason, but at the same time, like, you can survive on the loan that they give you.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. We shop at Lidl, it's really cheap, it's ridiculously cheap.
Just like consider whether you can juggle them.
Oh yeah, nights out, and I feel it's a massive, massive part of uni culture is going out. And obviously, like, everyone's different, so like...
I think, like, freshers, whether you are not looking forward to freshers, whether you are looking forward to freshers, you all need to, like, reevaluate your expectations.
Yeah.
Like, I think people think freshers is going to be this absolutely mental week, like, everyone's running around the street, like, half naked, pissed out their head.
Having sex every day.
It's just like, not true. It's just not true. So if you came on, like, a Saturday and freshers started on Monday, it's really awkward to go clubbing with people you've known for 2 days. Like, that's my experience of it. I think Cardiff nightlife is nothing like Manchester nightlife.
You're moving from a big city to, say, like, a campus-based uni or, like,
a
smaller town.
place.
It's
a big shock, definitely. I think Cardiff nightlife is just it's just quiet, and Freshers Week wasn't that mental. I think, like, I enjoy clubbing in moderation. I'm not a huge raver. I don't live for it. And I think, like, if you are someone who doesn't enjoy clubbing, like, it doesn't matter. Like, this really weird pressure where it's like, oh my god, you have to go out, you have to get on it every single weekend. And like, the past, like, few months, I've barely been out of the house. And that's just because, like, I have my own, like, issues with clubbing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm not going to enjoy it. So you have to just be like, just ignore the pressure. Like, you don't have to come to uni and develop an alcohol problem and go clubbing every single weekend.
So I've been out a lot more than Charlotte has. And the thing is, I'd just rather go on a couple of massive nights out, get absolutely wrecked, like, so many ridiculous stories and memories from it.
Yeah.
Then I've been going to the student union, which is down the road, every week, and it's like, same songs, it's the same thing, and you just get sick of it. You get sick of shitty alcohol that makes you ill because it's so cheap.
And spending money.
Spending money, not having a great time, coming back and thinking, oh god, I've got uni work to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Not that big of a deal.
I have a better time just going, like, for a walk around the park, sounds really middle-aged, or like going shopping with Charlotte.
And the minute, like, I accepted, I don't have to do anything. Like, I don't have to go clubbing if I don't want to go. Like, you're just going to be so much happier. Like, do whatever you want to do. If you want to go out every night, probably don't do that. But if you don't want to go, then don't. And that's okay too.
In terms of housemates as well, it is intense. Living with, especially this many people that you've never met, and we're a bit more, like, blunt in our sense of humour, which can be abrasive.
Without meaning to be, like, I think it's just a culture clash. And you have to think, like, there's 11 people in this house, all between the age of 18 and 20. All, like, trying to get through this new experience, all with different egos and different backgrounds, and at times that is inevitably going to clash quite badly.
Yeah. I feel like the first few months you're all, oh, let's be friends, let's all, like, you know what I mean, you know, new people, like, you nearly get off with a couple of them, don't do it, bad idea, okay? And
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a really bad idea. And then, I don't know, and then I feel like a few months in, things start to heat up because everyone's real issues come out with each other.
Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself and voice things, because you have to live with these people, and if something's, like, upsetting you, then you can't live around it. Like, you have to just say it. And I think, like, because you do live together, like, you see each other every day, like, it stuff gets forgotten quickly. So if
Yeah,
something's upsetting
that's
you,
so
like
true.
just say it.
Me and my housemate screaming at each other the other day. He's crying. He was crying in my room. And now, completely fine, playing football in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you live with them and you see them so often, you can't really hold a grudge for
You
that
can't
long.
maintain it.
I mean, people have worse horror stories than us.
It's very difficult to learn to live with that many people.
Yeah, especially when you're really different, like...
Like, I don't think many people will come from families of, like, 11. Like,
No.
sharing a kitchen with 10 other people.
All trying to cook pasta, there's
You have to, like,
one hob, it's
adapt.
like, it's not happening.
It's just not.
You know, people have weird habits, you know.
Mm.
Guy cuts up onions, leaves them in the fridge, prepares them for the week, no lid on this. Bear in mind, you open the fridge to get your breakfast out.
Oh.
For another point no one tells you about is that your overall health will decline.
Just being around so many people.
Yeah.
It's
I've
intense.
never been more ill than I have been at uni.
Grace has had more illnesses than I can ever imagine.
I just need to point out, I've had anemia since being at uni, I've had 2 dislocated shoulders, I broke my toe under my bedroom door by pulling it back on it, which was, I mean, these are fire doors, like this, it was intense.
It was so funny though.
I've had migraines that made me throw up like 18 times in one night and can't get off the floor.
Interesting. Your eye bled.
My eye started bleeding, I mean, I think I'm just dying, to be honest. So, look forward to health declines, annoying housemates,
Tip.
shit nights out. But, yeah.
Buy multivitamins
Yeah.
and take them from the start. Like, don't wait till you get to us.
Don't wait till you're like on the point of death.
Things are packed.
Forcing vitamins down your gut.
That's everything. Leave a comment, any videos you want to see.
Or like any uni experiences or any advice or anything.
questions about anything. I'm gonna like them. Subscribe
Yes.
and get ready for more.
Oh, and also updated tattoos, piercings.
Yeah, that is probably going to be next actually. I said that in the last video, but it definitely will be next.
Yeah. Right. Bye.
I think it...
Oh my god.